Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're doing well. I wanted to start off by saying, yes, you guys got me. I typed that poll question before I re-watched the movie, which I just did about an hour ago. It was not DreamWorks. It was Blue Sky from 20th Century Fox. So, yes, I was incorrect about the DreamWorks, but to correct the poll would have to be to end the poll and then restart a new one, and we're just not going to do that. So I'm wrong. It was not DreamWorks. It was Blue Sky from 20th Century Fox. But regardless, good to have you guys in. Hopefully you're all doing well. I see that Ellie Raceart wasn't going to be on today. I did want to show this on stream. I bought a frame today. So this is the Watkins Glen car. Now, my next goal is to get Ryan Sieg to sign this at some point. I was hoping Ellie would be on today, but he says he was not, or is not going to be. But yes, Rowdy Archives correcting me off the rip. Blue Sky, not DreamWorks. I know. My bad. I misremembered. Kylito Newt also dropping that truth bomb on me. Blue Sky movie. I know. I messed up, so it's all good. Tim's in the house. Martin, I didn't watch Robots movie because I was at the mall looking at random stuff. It's all good. It was just one of those things. I did end up watching it. Quite a charming movie. It's unique. It's like the mid 2000s, early 2000s charm to it. It holds up pretty well, honestly, too. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. Even though it's kind of a kid's movie, you can enjoy it as an adult, too, which is always a good thing. So, yeah, Christopher Bell's in the house. How are you doing? Hopefully well. Tim, obviously, I'm guessing you typed it. So, yes, today we're going to be continuing our Robots car work. Last time we got basically the entire passenger side of the car done. Very difficult to find pictures of this car online still. I did a little bit of research trying to find some, and I could not. So today we're going to work on the driver's side. While we're waiting for that to separate, we'll do this Delphi that goes on the deck lid. Deck lid remains this sky blue color. The spoiler will be yellow or green. It's like a highlighter yellow or green or something, so I'll have to get that and then paint the back of it black. The back gets black with silver brackets. So Christopher Bell's doing great. That's awesome. Glad to hear that, obviously. I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out for this evening. Yeah, so we have a little bit to cover this weekend. Coming up, Michigan for the Cup Series and Truck Series. I think ARCA is going to be there also, but I'm kind of not too involved in covering ARCA. Maybe I'll pull that up as well. If you have not yet, vote in the poll. Even though it's wrong, my bad. It's not DreamWorks. It's Blue Sky, 20th Century Fox. But yeah, so Trucks, Cup, both at Michigan. I will not be in attendance. And then IndyCar will be racing at Gateway, I think. I think they're at Gateway at 7 on Sunday. Charity 4544, welcome in. I don't think I've seen your name before. My favorite driver would be Jeff Gordon, and then when he retired, I didn't have a driver for a while. Then it kind of de facto became William Byron because he took over the 24 by the time I started watching again. And then I met Ross Chastain in the Xfinity garage in 2019, and I've had good interactions with him ever since, so I also like to see Ross do well. So I would say my two current favorite drivers are William Byron and Ross Chastain. Both of whatever, they have not been doing well this year. Anthony, Ryan, good to see you. I saw your dad was typing very nice messages for you earlier in the chat. So that was very nice of him. Shout out. But yeah, so today we're just going to be working on the rest of this Kyle Busch Robots car. This is one of 3 that I intend on making. Can you show the Exalta? Yep, I can. Just give me 1 second. Let me get this Delphi nice and oriented on the deck lid here, and I will... Yes, because I will also show you the box too. Yeah, I didn't grab his phone and say that. No, I couldn't imagine anybody would do something like that. Ever. That would never happen. Oops, too far. Yeah, let me just get this on here and then I'll grab that. Because I did receive the updated fixed boxes today. We had a little situation with the box company. They scaled them incorrectly and all of my boxes were wrong and could not be used. So the problem has been resolved. They sent me the new boxes today, which I should probably email them, but we are all good. I hope the Hendrick drivers can do better this season. I hope so too. I think Toyota has a stranglehold on the whole series at the moment. So Chevy and Ford are definitely behind something. Met Chad Fincham at this year's. Oh, nice. I've never met Chad Fincham. We have you on the big screen tonight. Whoa, we're on the big screen. Doing a drag race stop motion video. Nice. We live about 20 minutes east of Norwalk Raceway Park, which is host of one of the NHRA national events. So the boxes, let me grab these. Tim, you wanted to specifically see the 88, so here is the box for your car, Connor Zilich. I did try to get into stop motion once upon a time, and I couldn't do it. I was not good enough at it. That could have been a really early start to my YouTube days, but it was not to be. So yes, here is the 88 box for Connor Zilich. Let me grab the car really quick. I had it sitting right over here. So yes, the hood, the Exalta, the big A logo that spans over top of the hood, and then the car itself. So yes, she is all ready for clear coat, which I'll probably maybe do this weekend. I'm not sure, or maybe next week. But yeah, it's ready to go. Turned out pretty good. The only thing I have left to do is touch up the wheel wells and underneath the side skirts after I put the clear coat on it. But it turned out great. I don't really think I have any issues with this car. I wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Thank you for helping me get my decals for my SVG diecast. I really appreciate it. Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad I could. I'm glad I could be of assistance. I think I remember that comment. I'll be honest, and please don't take offense to this. There have been so many comments on my channel lately that it's kind of hard to keep track of all of them. So yeah, unfortunately I don't like specifically remember it, but I think I pointed you towards printed decals or Mike's decals, if I remember correctly. Apologies, I don't. Again, it's hard to keep everything straight in my mind. But I'm glad that it worked out for you. I'm glad you were able to get those decals. It was on the sheet metal. It was on the sheet metal on with the 39. Was it the video or the stream? Oh, it's Mike's decals. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm very glad to have helped. See, that's kind of the whole point of this channel also, is to be positive and help in areas that I can. My day was pretty good. So I'm working, we're doing summer hours at work, so I was off today. We went shopping. That was fun-ish. So yeah. Have you seen Lionel finally offering Anthony Alfredo? No, I did not see that. That is... Well, that's good, I think. When this guy stops getting overload, I want to order a counter sandwich for my birthday. Well, I don't know when that will ever be, but maybe one day I will get back to just making random cars and posting them on eBay. Because that was a big thing I did back in the day. Is I would make a bunch of cars and just post them on eBay, and whoever. Now that was way before I had the channel, but it was a good time back then. Also, it's kind of like whatever decals are available, those are the cars I'll make. I'm not too keen on doing custom decals unless the teams can provide me with the artwork. So yeah, we'll see. It's a possibility. It is a possibility. Like I tell everyone, I'd love to order me a custom, pay good money. You know, I'm not laughing at you, but I'm just laughing at this situation. It's just funny because you're not the first person. You're not the only person to tell me that. Like, dude, I'll pay you a lot of money for a car. Like, I understand. So, I remember when you did that with the... Yes. That was a very random car. I needed to kind of get... I had that diecast in my collection for a long time, in my, like, donors pile for a very long time, and I just needed to get rid of it. So yeah, that one kind of worked out that way, and it was good. It was a good little project. I'm laughing because you're good, man. Well, it's just I never really expected to be this. I don't like to use the word quote-unquote popular, but as far as my cars go, to be that popular or sought after, I suppose. I never really thought of myself like that. I just kind of made them to make them. I am friends with James Finch's son, Jake, and I have one of Jake's fenders on my wall. Oh, that's cool. That is pretty neat. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really plan on making another one of those, and I don't know who bought it because it was just on eBay, so I can't help you there, unfortunately. Matt Makes Things is back. What's up? Good to see you. Glad to have you here. You're gonna go far. That's a great song by The Offspring. If you haven't heard it, You're Gonna Go Far, Kid. Great song, by the way, from The Offspring. But I appreciate the kind words. Skill and talent. Yeah, well, I've been doing this for like 15 years, I think. It's kind of hard to believe when I say it out loud, but yeah, it's been a while. Another good song. It's been a while. Stained. Stained? Yeah, Stained, I think. It's not anything. Alfredo Lionel Racing is also Parker, Funkaway, O'Reilly car. Nice. So, I wonder what the decision is all of the sudden to offer those cars for Viking. That doesn't really save me from making them for my friend because he gets the specific races, but Stained, yeah, I like Stained. Solid band. Some good songs out of those guys. I like a lot of the early 2000s, late 90s music. Got 3.5 days of middle school left. You're almost there. Almost done. Man, middle school, that was a while ago for me. So unfortunately, yeah, I guess if you guys were looking for like big progress to be made on this stream, it's more than likely going to be just like the one we had last time, where, was that Monday, I think it was, where we don't really get a ton done, but, you know, it'll look good once we get there. I'm going to try and get this whole side done and then the back TV panel if I can. So we're just going to try and work through it. And again, if you haven't voted on the poll yet, go for it. I know it's not DreamWorks. It was Blue Sky through 20th Century Fox, so you don't have to reprimand me anymore for that. It's so bad, though, because tomorrow is taken. Tomorrow is taken. What does that mean? I'm not hip with all the new lingo for the kids. Taken up by the talent show. Monday has stuff. Tuesday. Oh, I got you. Daughtry. Yeah, Daughtry's pretty good. 6 days left of elementary school. Oh man, that was a long time ago for me. I was watching one of your videos with my dad and he was wondering, so this was a birthday present that I received. So I didn't pick it out. I don't really know much about it, but it's a Citizen Eco Drive Divers Titanium something. So I didn't pick it out, but I like it. So I'm not like too much of a watch nerd. I don't know too much about them, but yeah, that's kind of all I can tell you. Hopefully that's enough information for you, or what you were looking for. I have a 2002 Ricky Craven 164 color chrome. That's one of 1,500. Man, one of 1,500. Those production numbers from the early 2000s were crazy. That goes to show you how popular NASCAR was back then. Holy cow. You think he has the same watch? That's funny. That is pretty cool. That's probably why it piqued his interest. He's like, that watch looks familiar. What? So that Ricky Craven car, I'm assuming, was it the Tide? Was Ricky Craven in the Tide car back then? 2001, you said? 2002. Yeah, I think he was in the Tide car then. So if you notice, we have a little bit of a wrinkle right there, but that will get covered up by the whole door panel decal, so I'm not too concerned about it. I don't want to mess this up too bad. Only the rear has chrome. Oh, the Tide and black. Okay. Braden, what's up? Good to see you. Yes, I remember Ricky was in the Tide car for quite not a ton of years, but a decent number of years he was in the Tide car. Ricky Rudd was also in the Tide car, so Ricky Rudd and Ricky Craven. It's interesting. Braden, hopefully you're doing well. You're a smart fellow. I'm sure you probably know that my poll question is incorrect, so you don't have to correct me on it. I know it's not DreamWorks. It was Blue Sky with 20th Century Fox. So I know I made the poll without doing my proper research because I did it off the top of my head, and then I watched the movie today. And it's a funny movie. Cracks me up. Craven was from 2001, so I'm going to assume 04, 05. No, Ricky Rudd was earlier. Ricky Rudd was in the 90s. Yeah, Craven was in the 32. Yeah, I think up until 06. I think Braden's right. Braden's like normally right. Braden has more knowledge. The most knowledge. Alright, so we're making some decent progress on this. But yeah, glad to have you guys all here this evening. I actually watched back the last stream that we did from Monday, and I think I'm gonna try and make a few audio adjustments. It sounds like there's a little bit of feedback in the microphone. I don't know if you guys can tell too much, but I noticed it a little bit. So maybe after this stream or one of the ones in the near future, I'm gonna try messing with some audio, probably the gain, some stuff like that. Maybe I'll ask my dad because he's in a band. He does a lot of audio stuff. Please tell Ryan to come downstairs and eat dinner. I'll tell him if it's something good. See, no, I'm just kidding. Ryan, you gotta go eat dinner. I'm not the one that makes the rules. I'm just the messenger, so don't hate on me for that. Have you done any Busch series diecast anywhere? No, I have not. The oldest Busch series car that I did was from 2007. Maybe 2000. Yeah, probably 2007. I would say would be the oldest Busch series car that I've made. Maybe like actually 2006 or 2005. That's about the oldest. But yeah, the V6s, what a time. I mean, that was before my time, but yeah, no problem. Excited for Pocono because I'm taking my friend to his first NASCAR race. Nice. That's exciting. My first race was in 2004. Jeff Gordon won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard 400. Great race. I don't remember a ton from it, but what I do remember was sitting way up high in turn 3 and 4. You could see down the front stretch from where we were sitting, so it was right on the exit of 4, way up in the corner. And I remember when the race was over, I wanted to watch Gordon do the burnouts, and the people that we were with were like, nope, we gotta go. So I didn't actually get to see Gordon do his victory celebration, which was disappointing to an 8-year-old. Have you done any late model? I have not. It's something that I don't want to say I'm interested in doing, but it would be something different, so it kind of piques my interest a little bit. But no, I have not done any late model diecast. My first was 2018 Springs Finney race, so I was 5, so I don't have any memories of it. Dang. 8, what'd you say? 5 years old in 2018, so that means you were born in 2013. Dude, I was in high school in 2013. That's crazy. I remember that race. It was the coolest. Yeah, I've gone back and watched it since, and there's so much that I don't remember. So much. And also, like, when you're in the stands, you don't see and know as much as that's going on in the broadcast and everything like that. So you don't have all the information, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot that happened that race. And of course, Gordon winning it was awesome for me personally. And it being my first race as well. So, I mean, there's just I had all that going for me back then. let's get this part done here. Throw that to the side. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are all doing well today. It was a good day. We got Michigan coming up here over the weekend. We'll get into all that shortly. If you guys haven't, man, 16 votes. So it looks like 12 of you have seen Robots and 4 of you have not. Again, I just watched it like an hour ago. Just got done watching it, and it holds up. It holds up pretty well. I enjoyed it. So, it was a funny movie. I mean, it was funny back then, but it's also funny now. I saw Kyle Busch last Cup win came 3 years. Was it 3 years from today already? Jeez. Yeah, I try to avoid social media if I can these days, but that's crazy. It's hard to believe that whatever they had in 2023 RCR, they had it, and then they just fell off a cliff. It was very strange. Chicken for dinner. Chicken for dinner is good stuff. Born in 2012. It's 5 years. Oh, okay. But still. Birthday is in June. It's 22 days. Well, happy early birthday. If you're on the stream whenever your birthday is, we'll have everybody throw confetti in the chat for you. But not yet, because it's not your birthday yet. It's got to hold off. So, yeah. This car is turning out pretty decent. I remember having the PS2 game for the movie somewhere. I need to go back and watch it. Yeah, it's, like I said, it was a pretty funny movie back then when we were kids. And it's, like, I just watched it about an hour ago. It's still pretty funny. Still holds up pretty well. So, that was nice. That was nice to see. Good to have you here, LJ Floof. That's a funny name. Probably not because my birthday this year falls on a Friday. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I will not be streaming on a Friday. I do not intend on doing so anyway. Oh, by the way, everybody, next Thursday, so a week from today, is the first match of the World Cup. And with that comes my Lego building. So next Friday, see, I even get it wrong. Next Thursday, I'm going to be building the World Cup trophy Lego on stream. So we're going to take a break from cars for at least one stream, maybe 2. We can talk some NASCAR, some racing, but I want to focus on the World Cup. We will be heading to LA in the not too distant future to go see some matches, which I'm kind of looking forward to some degree, kind of not for other reasons, but yeah, so it's okay, Friday for me in Australia. Well, hey, there you go. Australia, we've gone international. That's awesome. Glad to have you here. My sister's friend from the Disney College program is from Australia. She's from the Gold Coast, I think is the name of it, where she's from. Gold Coast. I think it's by Melbourne. I'm not too familiar with Australia, so you'll have to forgive my geographical ignorance, but yes. She is still pretty good friends with her. Coincidentally, 2 of my friends are born 4 days before me, which means they're born on the same day of the same year. Huh, that's interesting. I only had all growing up, I only had one friend that had the same birthday as me. Only one friend. So we would always like coordinate, or at least our moms would coordinate snacks in elementary school, like who would bring what. Like he'd bring ice cream sandwiches and I'd bring cookies or something like that. First time here. Greetings from Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. So we got an Australian viewer. We have a Brazilian viewer. Welcome in, guys. Whoa. How would you like me to address you? Murillo Andrade. Did I say that right? Forgive me if I did not. But how would you like me to address you? That's crazy. We got obviously all of our North American friends. We have a South American friend. And we have an Australian friend. Which has always kind of been weird that Australia is its own continent, but I'm not here to argue geographically. Oh yeah, I know. I feel like Rainforest Cafe. I don't know if you've been to. Yes, I have been, Daniel. I have been to we've been to the T-Rex once, and that was great. And we've been to that. Honestly, I don't even know how many times I've been to that Rainforest Cafe. So many. I love Rainforest Cafe, 100%. Goes a long way from Melbourne. Okay, see, I told you, my geographical knowledge is not that good. But it's about a 3-hour drive from Gold Coast. V8 supercars, they're sick. I've got a piece of SVG's race winning tire from 22. Nice. So yeah, we kind of stole your guys' driver. Now, what is your opinion on SVG? Because obviously, I've never watched him race. I never really watched him race V8 supercars, but he obviously has quite the racing resume from those. I'm interested to hear about your opinion about him because as a NASCAR fan, I really like him. I think his driving style is great. I think his personality is good. I think it's good for the sport. He's kind of just, I don't know. He seems overall positive for NASCAR. That's just my perception. Murillo, I really liked the custom diecast tutorial. I was looking forward to build a Jimmy Johnson custom 2016 car. Nice. Well, hopefully that goes well for you. I'm glad that the tutorial helped. That was kind of a big reason why I made it. I had a lot of people ask me questions about the car, so I said, I'll just make a video for everybody to look at and view. So I'm glad that it could be useful for you. He was the Max Verstappen of everything he drove down here. Okay. Yeah, he seems to be doing pretty well in NASCAR. I mean, like I said, he's winning. He's running well now. He's running better now also. So it's pretty positive. And again, I like him. I like his personality. Daniel, I hope the rest of your... Well, thank you. Go to make custom iris. Well, have fun with that. Those are always cool to see. I have a couple buddies that... I guess one friend that does some iRacing, and he has those custom schemes. So it's cool to see stuff like that. Hopefully you have fun making it. Hopefully it goes well for you. We'll just be here chipping away at this car. I don't know if this is going to be the one that we keep, we sell. I have yet to figure that out. So maybe we could start by selling this one. I don't know. I'll have to figure all that out with my buddy. Apparently Blaney and Hamlin were upset with SVG. Why were Blaney and Hamlin upset with SVG? I did not hear that. Oh yeah, it's funny too. Like we call him SVG, and then LJ, you called him Giz. So is that what you guys called him down there? I don't know if SVG was like something Americans came up with, or if that was something he was also called. Robots, yes. Rodney Copperbottom. We got fender on the hood. Piper on the side. Maybe one day I can build diecast like you. I'm an F1 fan. Started to watch NASCAR last year. Honestly. Well, so none of these are my designs. See a need, fill a need. Yes. None of these are my designs. This was a car that Kyle Busch ran in 2005. This 88 car is what Connor Zillich ran at Bristol last year. But the Pop-Tarts car that I made for that tutorial was Michael Mertz. Somebody on his channel designed it for him. We called him Gizzy and SVG, but being Aussie, we got to shorten it again. Ah, okay. That's funny. I liked F1 for a little bit in the mid-2000s. The early to mid-2000s, we had a thing called Speed Channel. And I used to love the Speed Channel. It would have... That actually did have Australian... the V8 supercars back then. And I enjoyed watching that. They had monster trucks. They had Formula One. Speed Channel covered all motorsports. And I really liked to watch that. And so I did watch a little bit of Formula One back then and knew a little bit. But once the Speed Channel went away, so did kind of my interest in F1. So I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a Formula One race. But yeah, I've been a NASCAR fan since 2000, probably 3 or 4. And my interest has waned a little bit since my drivers have retired. Or my driver, Jeff Gordon, has retired. But I'm still kind of trying to stay around. And with this YouTube channel, that's helping a ton. And I've met some people, and I know some people in the industry now. So all of that has kind of helped keep me around the sport that I grew up really enjoying. I've tried to get away, but it keeps pulling me back in, for better or for worse. So I think I'm here to stay. Who are you making this one for? I'm not sure. This one's either going to be for to sell, or for my buddy, or for my sister, because she has a movie collection or a diecast collection of movie cars. So, random NFL item I own. I have 2 uncut sheets from 1990 NFL cards. Well, I have 0 NFL anything. I do not like football, but respect to your uncut sheets. I never really understood the card trading thing. Baseball cards, NFL cards. But they're hot commodities. People love them. And I can respect collecting things, because that's what we do on this channel. Is we collect things. We collect cars. We make cars. Racing them too hard, I suppose. Oh, see, that's, again, I don't like Blaney or Hamlin for that exact reason. If that's the reason why, they will race people really hard, and then they will complain when they get raced hard. It's the double standard, man. I hate double standards. It drives me nuts. But yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, honestly, it makes sense. That does not surprise me one bit that those 2 drivers would say something like that. Hamlin will literally put his teammates in the wall to win a race, but then will complain if SVG drives them too hard. Like, that totally checks out. If what you're saying is true, I'm basing my statements off of your statement. F1 kind of sucks right now. Honestly, prefer local series here like Porsche Cup, Stock Car Brazil. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I've watched any F1, and to be honest, I don't really have much of a desire to do so. I preferred F1 before I became mainstream, but gotta support the Aussie boys. Yeah, so my company that I work for is one of the sponsors on the Cadillac team. for F1, and I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. I think it's a waste of money for our company to be sponsoring a Formula One team, but that's their decision. So, you know, that's about all I'll say about that. Is there any current driver you feel could be a fan? Is there any current driver you feel you could be a fan of, like you were with Gordon? I don't know. NASCAR is so much different now than when Gordon was racing. I just saw, speaking of social media and me just trying to stay off it in general, I saw a clip from 2006 Michigan where Jeff and Dale were like battling each other for the lead. And Darrell Waltrip made the comment about them being two of the most popular athletes in the United States. NASCAR drivers, two of the most popular athletes in the United States, which I believe 100% because it was the mid-2000s NASCAR. But like, NASCAR is in just such a different place now than what it was. So I don't really know. Is there a specific driver? I don't know. Jeff Gordon had that like superstar mentality. He was good at driving. He was good at PR. He had some sort of personality. He wasn't just like Jimmy Johnson was a watered down Jeff Gordon personality wise. But had a good driving skill and talent. So I don't really know. Because Gordon was also somewhat relatable. I mean, he didn't come from nothing necessarily, but I don't know. It just seemed like his popularity was pretty organic. So I'm not really sure. Matt makes things going to see AC/DC. That's exciting. That's fun. I've seen Guns N' Roses in concert. I've seen Metallica. Those were fun. Have not seen AC/DC. Oh man. Let's see. Chat moved on me. The chat moved on me. I preferred F1 before it became mainstream. Okay, saw that. It doesn't always be mainstream. I don't care if it's because PK. Here in Brazil, people just ignore any other category. Didn't make a lot of friends over here with the way he drove. Gotcha. You said it. Yeah, see, the only way that I know those guys' names, like Brody Kostecki and Cam Waters, is because they came and I think they both did a one-off NASCAR race, or they were going to. I think they both did, but yeah, that's the only way that I know of them or have heard of them. Yeah, I actually saw Guns N' Roses twice. Definitely different than the 90s. Like, I obviously didn't get to see them in the 90s. I wasn't alive for most of it, or about half of it. But they were interesting concerts, that's for sure. Very loud. The one was indoors, the one was outdoors. If I could suggest it, going to an outdoor venue is way better than going to an indoor venue, because holy cow, my ears were ringing so loud after the indoor concert. But yeah, it was a fun show. I mean, GNR, they can still rock it, that's for sure. Same thing with Metallica. Like, Metallica's getting up there in age, but they still put on a really good show. All right, should we start talking about this weekend's stuff? Yeah, Mobile Camaro and August Submarines Mustang. Will Browns. Oh yeah, there's another gone over a few times. He's from the same area. From work as family car yard went off track. That's funny. That sounds like old school NASCAR, where the drivers would like have other jobs before NASCAR became like super popular. Now it's very, very different than what it used to be. Very, very different. Mostly for the better. But yeah, a lot of the drivers, they don't even know much about their cars these days. That was one thing about Kyle. Kyle knew the car as well. Even these new junky cars, he could still communicate what he needed changed and adjusted on. Martin, my parents used to own original. Of course, I wasn't born. Parents sold the original Robots DVD. Copy for yard sale. 16. That's very specific information. That's so funny. Yeah, I just watched ours. I still have it on DVD. I'm a big believer in physical media actually having the DVDs, having the CDs. That way they can't be changed or altered or taken away from you. Real Mr. Purrs is in the house. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Glad to have you in the stream this evening. So this is going to get a little challenging. My grandpa says age, he tells me 81. Wow, 81, nice. Woo. Well, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it. Of course. As always, glad that you were able to say hi. Man, 81 and he still wakes up at 4 a.m. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Mad respect. I do not like waking up early if I can't help it. Of course, I will stay up all hours of the night working on stuff, but it's all indoor things. You know, I might try to get the heat gun out and just try and shrink this decal a little bit. So I'm gonna probably put the stream on mute while I do this, just because it's loud and I don't want to blow you guys' eardrums out. Oh, you know what? I gotta plug in my other laptop. What am I doing? I was utterly not prepared for this stream, as you can probably tell. Alright, so we got that going. We got this plugged in. Okay. Alright, as soon as we get this decal done, we'll take a look at this weekend's racing schedule. Okay. So I'm going to throw this on mute real quick. Because he still lives on a farm, no farm stuff happens anymore, but most of the buildings are still here. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm going to go on mute for a second while I do this. Okay. Shrunk that a little bit. "22 votes in the poll. Holy cow, that's a lot. You guys have been crushing it. Glad to have all the support as always. I want to get more done with this car, but it's just not happening as quickly as I would like it to. $20 in 5 days. Yeah, there's a certain, you got to be a certain type of person to want to wake up that early and get the day going. And I understand it. I respect it. 29 acres. That's nice. That's solid acreage. This decal is being difficult. We might have to make a slight adjustment here with the way that this decal is. So I might have to pull this up. It could get kind of weird the way that it's gonna look. So I might have to do some fixing with it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So here's what's gonna end up having to happen. That is, so see, we cut that. So we'll splice that together and we'll fix that. It's all right. I know my grandpa's house was on farm 1859. That's pretty old. Pretty old. My wife's sister's house was built in, I think, 1890 something. Till the early hours, but waking up afterwards. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, I'll do this sort of stuff if I'm not streaming. I'll work on cars all hours of the night. But when it comes time to wake up, I like to take my good old time and sleep in. I used to there definitely were days where I would be up until 4, 5, 6 a.m. then go to bed until, I don't know, noon, 1, 2 in the afternoon. Whoa, served in the Revolutionary War. That is crazy. That's pretty cool, though, that you have that kind of history. I love history. History is very much underappreciated. The knowledge of history and things like that. I think as a society, just across the board, we need to do a better job at learning and understanding history. Yeah, that is late. No kidding. All right, so it's not looking too bad. It goes downhill a little bit, but not too bad. We can straighten it out a little bit. Very big history buff since 3rd grade. Yes. I was the kid that paid attention in history class in school. I liked it. I thought it was fascinating. There's so much history to learn that you'll never have enough time to learn it all, of course. But it's all very important. And having a good understanding of most of it, not all of it, you don't have to know everything, but at least most of it is, I think, very important. One of the most famous sayings, and I don't even know who said it, is you have to know history so that history doesn't repeat itself. Like the blue. Hey, Turbo, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Yes, we have the grid. You can see the grid. We did this side last time. We're working on the driver's side now. It's not the cleanest thing, but it looks pretty good. I'll clean it up after the fact. Make it look real nice. Grandpa served the Air Force from 61 to 65. Shook JFK's hand. Well, that's cool. My grandpa, he was in the Army. I don't know when the years were, but he served in the Army. I pretty much taught myself how to do all of this and then learned it over the years. Pretty good. Just having ice cream. Nice. Ice cream is great. I love ice cream. Most of the time. Yeah, I pretty much taught myself all of this over the years. Like I said, I've been doing this for like probably 15 years or so. Real nice, Clark. Yeah, real nice. But yeah, so we'll get this nice and wrapped up. And then we'll move on and we'll talk about the upcoming weekend schedule. Just grab a drink here real quick. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to splice that. I don't love doing this, but I'm gonna have to. Throw this on here. That was a little bit of a mistake. And I am going to be making 3 of these, so I'm learning along the way. I do not like doing full wraps. It is not fun to do, in my opinion. So yeah, we're kind of... This is the first time I'm attempting this car ever, and like I said, I've seen it a few times out there, and the few times that I've seen it out there, they did not have a grid like this. So I don't love full wraps, and this grid is it kind of has to be wrapped on the car. So I don't love that, but we'll do it, and we'll make it look good. We'll make it look as good as we can. It's hard to line up the grid though for this decal. Okay. All right, so 23 votes in the poll, on the poll. Thank you guys for voting. Thank you guys for all being here. We're gonna get into the race stuff in 1 second, as soon as I fix this problem that I created for myself. Yeah, it was pretty much all self-taught. I mean, I watched some videos online, people working on cars, but I kind of went through the whole process, failed a bunch of times, learned a bunch along the way. So it was a very trial and error kind of process to get to where we are today. And it's not even the best. I mean, I'm sure there's other people out there that do it a little bit differently or whatever. So you just got to find what works for you and what produces cars that you like and the quality that you like. So yeah, like I said, this grid thing, it's not my favorite, but it works out fine. Wish NASCAR Diecast were easier to come by down here. Always loved the old stock car bodies. Yeah, I agree. I like the older bodies too. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, this is one of those frustrating things. I like this car is from 2005. I like this generation of stock car. Obviously, I grew up watching it, so it's, you know, a little bit more fond in my heart. But yeah, I like the older bodies, the early 2000s, even the COTs. They have grown on me, just with kind of the novelty of them with the big wing on the back and the splitter. Not very stock car-y. You couldn't really get a street car that looked like that. But then again, this didn't really look like a street car by the time they got to this version of the 4th generation stock car. Yep, good to see you. This is for, I'm not sure. It might be to sell or my sister or a buddy of mine. So I have 3 sets of decals. I just don't know which one is going to be which. Maybe we'll sell this one and I'll make the other 2 for my sister and friend off stream. But if we do sell this one, any and all proceeds I'm going to donate to the Kyle Busch Foundation. So we'll see about how all that goes, about setting all that up later if we do decide to do that, which I have no problems with. Just thought I'd drop by. Oh, well, no problem. Glad to have you here, Turbo. We'll see you probably in the next one Sunday evening. So my family's going down to Delaware August 1st. Connecticut. Oh, nice. Comic-Con. I've never been to one of those. Why is the hood? Oh, so this car is ready for clear coat. Tim just wanted to see it. It's his car. He wanted to see how it looks, so I brought it up on stream. And yeah, it's ready for clear coat. So all of the windows are out of it. All of the, like, there's no chassis underneath it. And then the hood is off. So I will clear it all and then put it together probably next week. All right, let's pull up some racing information. Doesn't help. Australia adopted 18 as main scale. Yeah, we, like the NASCAR diecast community, most of the model cars are 124 or 125th scale, which are very, very similar, 24 and 25th. I mean, they're basically the same. But yeah, I do have a few 118 scale cars. I've recently made some videos on them on the channel, and I like them. They take up more space, obviously. They have more detail, they have better detail, but they just take up more space. So all of my cars, let me rephrase that. Most of my cars are 124 scale. If you've seen my basement video. If you have not, go check that out. It's the pinned video on my page, and that one's done pretty well too. Okay, so we have that pulled up, we have that pulled up, we have this pulled up, we have this pulled up, and we have this. Okay. Let me do one more thing. Okay, so they're in St. Louis. Ow. Okay, weekend schedule. That's what we want to see. Okay. All right, so you guys ready to do the race weekend preview stuff? I'll start here. We're going to start here with the Truck Series. Taking place on Saturday. Practice also on Saturday in the morning, 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. That is... Oh, the truck race is on Big Fox. Interesting. All right, truck race is on Big Fox this week on Saturday at 1:30. Kind of a matinee race. Michigan does not have lights. I've been there plenty of times. Can confirm, does not have lights. Unless they added it since the last time I was there. I don't think they have, but yes. So Michigan without lights means they cannot race into the evening. So the race times are always earlier in the day. Let's see, what else do we have here? Qualifying order. We have Ricky Stenhouse, Parker Kligerman. Oh, Parker's back. Nice. Carson. So as far as Cup guys go, we have Ricky Stenhouse. We have Carson. We have Christopher Bell. Ross again. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching this truck race. Should be an interesting one. This one should be interesting. I know, yep. I was surprised too that it's actually on Big Fox. Unless that's a typo, which it could be, but I don't think so. It's probably on Big Fox. But yeah, let's see who else we have here. Anyone jump out at you I mean, Cletus being in the 4 truck, I don't know if that jumps out at me, but that's a big draw. A lot of people are going to be watching for him. So Cletus in the 4. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be looking for Ross to win. Hopefully, that would be my number 1 pick for the truck race and for the cup race, honestly. If he could sweep the weekend, that'd be cool with me. Last day of school, because grades have to be in by today. Well, that's good, I guess. Just chill days at school. I don't know if I could go back to school, like elementary school, because everybody has phones now. When I was in school, we didn't have phones. And I know I sound like super old, but that was only 2007, 2008. Like, nobody really had cell phones. So it wasn't easily distracting. I'm assuming you guys probably have well, I guess I don't know. Do you have rules to where you can't use your phones and stuff in school? I would assume so. How else are you going to pay attention? But yeah, I don't know if I could go back to school nowadays with just the way that the cell phones are. But anyway, yeah, so this is the truck series. Who's Morgan Baird? I don't know who that is. Morgan Baird. Do you guys know who Morgan Baird is? Am I missing something? Is that somebody that I should know? Somebody that you used to know. That was, speaking of high school, that was a song that came out when I was in school. All our schools ban them entirely down here. Never stop the kids who are the problem with them from using them though. Yeah, that's kind of just the way that it is. Like, I'm not saying kids are criminals, but criminals are criminals. So they're going to find ways to commit crimes even if the crimes are crimes. So it doesn't entirely surprise me that they still find ways. Personally, I am for not having phones in school. I don't mind if they're taken away, to be honest with you, if they are being used, but my school makes it clear that phones are prohibited from being used. One time I was warning, dude, take it away. Yeah. No, in Pennsylvania, there's a bill trying to pass that ban all phones in all schools in the state. I mean, I don't hate that. I just, it's another distraction. So, like, I don't know. I'm a little torn on it, but I'm leaning more towards just no phones in school. Or leave them in your lockers, right? Like, you can access your phones if they stay in your lockers or something. Because I'm pretty sure everybody still has lockers. But yes, Ross is in the 45 this weekend. Corey Heim's going to be in the 1 again. Christopher Bell in the 62. So, should be a pretty fun race. I mean, these trucks punch massive, massive holes in the air. So, the draft effect is wicked for these things. So, it should be a draft-heavy track. It should be pretty fun. Expect some crazy moves to be made. Hopefully, Hocevar's truck cannot have mechanical issues. Yeah, so hopefully that's solved for him, because I'd like to see him get up there and mix it up with those guys. It's just he hasn't been able to because his truck in the last however many attempts have had issues. I didn't have even an iPod until I was like 8th grade and even never got to take it to school. DS Lite on the bus. Yeah, we had the Nintendo DSs that we played in school. That was fun. Not that we were supposed to, but those were good times. But yeah, I had an iPod in like 9th grade. I had a flip phone. That was my phone. Our school lets us use your phone if you need to call or text your parents, but you have to go to the main office. See, like, that's a reasonable rule. Like, you have to call or text your parents, like, go to the main office and just do that. I don't have a problem with that. But okay, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this truck race. 1:30 on a Saturday, that's pretty good. We have company coming over at like 3, I think. So these truck races typically aren't too long. So hopefully it'll be done by the time they get here. We'll move on to the Cup Series race. Firekeepers Casino 400. This is on Sunday at 3:20 is the green flag. It's on Prime again. Pavine, nice to see you. Well, I don't see you. Nice to have you an acquaintance over the internet. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully Ranthony isn't giving you too tough of a time tonight. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Going to sleep for the last Friday and a single good night. Well, Matt, I hope you enjoy your final day of middle school tomorrow. Enjoy it. Man, time flies. I know people probably tell you that, but trust me. You'll wake up one day and like 30, he'll hit you and you'll be like, whoa, where did the time go? I know, I used to think it was crazy too. Here I am. So yes, Sunday, Michigan, 3:20 on Prime. Practice and qualifying also on Prime. Those are on Saturday evening. That's interesting. I mean, the sunset is pretty late in the evening, so 7 p.m. is not terribly late. But yeah, let's check out. See, the thing about the Cup Series is there's not really much. There's not really much to talk about. Because we pretty much, the Cup Series garage doesn't really change a ton. Like JJ Yaley is going to be in the 44. Again, talked to him a couple weeks ago at Charlotte. Super nice guy. Zilich, Ross, Bowman, Barry. Okay. Austin Hill in the 33 for Kyle, of course. I'm back, but my pick to win for trucks and Cup is Chandler Smith for trucks and Zane Smith. Ooh, a double Smith. A Smith-Smith sweep of the weekend. I like it. I'd be okay with that. That'd be fun. Yeah, not really a ton to talk about for the Cup Series. I mean, the Toyotas are gonna be good. That's basically what I'll tell you. Come back on Sunday. Oh. Also, we're not gonna stream on Sunday night. We're gonna move the stream to Monday night because of this. This is why we're moving the stream to Monday night. Because IndyCar is going to be on Big Fox at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So we're not going to be streaming Sunday. We're going to move the stream again to Monday. Just as a heads up, just as a FYI for everybody out there. So, yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, basically for the Cup Series, Toyotas are going to run the best, of course, and maybe you'll have a Chevy or Ford up there, but it's probably going to be Toyota domination, so I'm not really looking forward to that. All right. Other than that, Cup Series, we'll do a recap on Monday night. We'll do a recap for the whole weekend on Monday night. Moving over to IndyCar, we have practice Saturday. Those are all on Fox Sports 1 and 2. And yeah, that's really it. Oh, so the track that they're going to is Worldwide Technology or Gateway in St. Louis. So it's kind of like an egg, an egg shape. But yeah, so as far as the IndyCar schedule goes, I'm looking forward to this race. I'm looking forward to Palou probably not winning, somebody else winning on an oval, hopefully. That's kind of what I'm looking most forward to. Again, it's not that I dislike him. I'm kind of sick of seeing him win everything. It just gets old. But yes, so that is on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Green flag is at 8:25. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to that. Who do I think permanently fills Kyle's car? I mean, Austin Hill's running it the rest of the year. I don't know. Honestly, I'd put Jesse Love in Cup before I put Austin Hill up there. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing, but I mean, I think Austin Hill is a good driver. The music was lagging. Yeah, that was something I noticed on the last stream too. Here, we'll go back to full screen. When I rewatched it, the music lagged for like a second and then it was fine. So I have no idea what the cause of that is. I haven't really looked into it or thought about looking into it because it did stop pretty quickly. So I think it might just be like a YouTube thing with a YouTube / OBS thing where they just get their wires crossed for a second and then get it figured out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Austin Hill, but he has decent talent. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not too keen about, Kyle's seat getting filled by somebody, obviously for obvious reasons, but they had to do it after Dale with Kevin. So Joey Fan 22, good to see you. I know who you are. Ooh, do I? I know who you are. It would be funny, but I doubt it. It would be funny if you were my one buddy, Alex. I don't know. I doubt it that you are, but it would be pretty funny if you were. Because if that was the case, then welcome in. Good to see you. But if that's not the case, also welcome in. Good to see you. But yeah, so it should be some pretty good racing this weekend. Michigan always seems to have some good racing lately. Always seems to have good racing lately. Like, choose your words better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then obviously the IndyCar series at Gateway, I'm very much looking forward to. Simply because I like the IndyCar series. He's basically just gets covered. Yeah. Obviously it's large shoes to fill. Whoever decides to step in for Kyle or whoever gets nominated for that role, but yeah, I'm leaning more towards Jesse Love would have been a better fit. But I don't make those decisions. Austin Hill has had some Cup experience before in some of the races, so yeah, I think the decision makes sense, but I don't love it. I guess I don't hate it, but it's kind of an impossible position that they got put in. Again, just like Dale with Kevin. It's an impossible situation. Now Austin Hill is absolutely no Kevin Harvick for sure, but oh, I got you. Okay, I do know. I do know. So you're not my friend Alex, but that would have been funny. But I do know. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Pick a better driver. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. 22's been struggling this year. Same thing with Ross, though. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so that goes like that. My dad and uncle grew up racing with willpower when they were young. Dad bragged about Dad's 2020, but uncle is still good. Really? Willpower? Yeah, because he's Australian. I'm fairly certain. Like 90% sure. That's the one thing about IndyCar. A very international cast of characters. It's very interesting. NASCAR is mostly American with a few drivers that step in every now and then. But IndyCar is pretty consistently multinational, a multinational series, which is fun. Because they don't make a big deal about it. Like, that's the thing about NASCAR is they tend to just, and I don't know if it's them or if it's just the media or whatever, but it's just annoying. Like, they just make a big deal about everything. Oh, SVG is the first New Zealand driver to do this. Oh, Marcus Ambrose is the first Australian driver. Daniel Suarez, the first Mexican driver. Juan Pablo Montoya, the first Colombian driver. Like, they just make a big deal about everything, which is fine, I suppose. Sure. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like super necessary. Like IndyCar, they talk about it a little bit, but it's not like the main focus. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I just don't watch enough. With every good channel, they have an enemy. Yeah. It's alright, though. We can't make everybody happy. And I understand that. That's life. That's just how it goes. But we also have a good time here. We like to poke a little bit of fun. And there's nothing wrong with poking a little bit of fun. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions and their own drivers. That's perfectly acceptable to have. They could be wrong. No, I'm just kidding. We have fun here. We have fun. But yeah, this car is coming together pretty nicely. There's a few things I don't like about it. Again, mostly revolving around the grid. But yeah, we'll do the TV panel. Maybe I'll do these off stream just to get them done so we can finish putting the other decals on, but we'll have to see. Trying to follow in the footsteps, but fencing my race car last year hasn't helped. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, see, the thing about racing is it's a very, very expensive hobby. Very lucrative if you get high enough and get sponsorships and all that kind of stuff, contracts and such, but it is not cheap to get into. My dad wanted to get me into mini dragsters when I was younger, but it was a lot of money, so I played soccer instead, which is still a lot of money, but definitely not as much as racing. I'm gonna try and watch it soon. Oh, you're gonna watch? Nice. I just watched it like 2 hours ago. It holds up. It was a pretty funny movie. I mean, I've always liked it, but it's a good movie. I like it. Do you do trucks? Actually, I do. I have a decal set for a Cletus truck that I will be working on. I just brought it home, actually. I have to paint it. But yes, I do trucks. Not too often, but yes. I have made some trucks, and we will be making that Cletus truck on stream. It's for a friend of mine, for a buddy from work. So yeah, we'll definitely do that in the not too distant future. I mean, go-kart rentals are not as much. Series, it gets expensive without ice. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. But yeah, the higher you get, the more expensive it gets, and then yeah. But that's not to say that it's impossible, right? If you have the talent, you can go anywhere if somebody spots it. See, that's the other problem with things. It's not, most of the time, it's not what you know or how good you are. It's who you know and who they know and the connections and all that kind of stuff, which can be annoying, but it's just kind of how the world works in all facets, really. I've spent more money on my little Civic than I would like to admit, mostly because I've somehow made a Honda unreliable. Yeah, well, that's pretty hard to do. That is pretty hard to do. Hondas and Toyotas are quite reliable vehicles. They will last a good long while if you take care of them. My dad's a mechanic, so he knows all about cars, obviously, and longevity and what it takes to make them run for a while. So yeah, he always says Hondas and Toyotas are ones that you'll see old versions of the longest. Again, you do have to take care of them. You do have to do your normal maintenance, your proper oil changes, tire rotations, fluid changes, all that kind of stuff, brakes. But if you take care of them and you don't drive them crazy, they'll last you a good 300,000 plus. Which is where I'm currently headed with my car. My last car I got up to 286, and it was a good car. It was a good car. 1999 Buick Park Avenue. It was solid. It was a good car. Of course, we live in a place where the winters are rough on the cars and the salt from the roads, and that kind of rusted the bottom of the car out. Very unideal. So, yeah, we had to sell that. Took good care of it. Then the guy that bought it blew it up. Put the wrong oil in it. Blew the engine up on it. So, that was an interesting situation. But anyway, yeah, the car that I have now is up to like 170,000. I'm going to try and get it up to that 300,000, but we'll see. We'll see. Cars are interesting. That's for sure. The one thing that I don't love about this is the Kellogg's is a little short on this rear fender. On the real car, it goes over top of the gears. Again, I didn't make this decal set, so it's just gonna have to be what it is. It's more about having just this paint scheme to begin with than 100% accuracy, but still, it looks good. So yeah, it'll be all right. I think what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna wrap it up once we get these two decals here on it. I have to make tomorrow's video. I made this short to accompany tomorrow's video, but I have to finish making the actual video. So I did an unboxing short similar to what I've done before, and then I will be doing a normal video. I was going to do our Charlotte weekend trip video tomorrow, but I think I'm just gonna do the William Byron car. I already put it in the case. I'm running out of room. They've saved me some money and some space, some time this year by not winning William and Ross. Ross has 5 more spots in his case to win. Actually 4, because he just won the O'Reilly race at Charlotte and I bought that car. So when that comes, he only has 4 more spots available. But yeah, we'll throw this decal on here, right around the fuel inlet. Wrap it up. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Absolutely. We'll see you guys on Monday. Remember, Monday, not Sunday. Monday, because the IndyCar race is Sunday evening. So yeah, with that, 9:32. We went an hour and a half. Not a crazy long stream, but it was a good one. So we got the passenger side all done, along with the driver's side. So driver's side. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait. Forgot one decal. One decal, and then we'll call it. It's the B post. The B post decal right here. All right, we'll get this decal on and then we'll call it. Yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll put the rest of the wrap on the nose and on the TV panel. I'll probably try and do that off stream, and then on stream we can just finish the car up and get it all wrapped up and done next time, which would be Monday. If we can do that Monday, then the next stream will be Thursday, and that'll be our World Cup. That'll be our World Cup stream. I know it'll be a little bit different than NASCAR. I know, it's going to look different, but that's the first day for the World Cup, and I really want to build that Lego on stream. I'll go get it. Hold on one second. So we have this thing to build, the World Cup trophy. It's only 2,800 pieces. So this is my plan for Thursday's stream. We'll see how quickly we can build it. It doesn't look that difficult. I mean, I don't want to consider myself an expert at Legos, but I build a lot of I used to build a lot of Legos, so I feel like I could build it pretty quick. So we'll see how it goes on stream if you guys are interested. If not, I totally understand too. I kind of just want to build it, and then I'll make a video of it too or something, maybe a time lapse. Maybe I'll just do a time lapse. So that's going to be fun. All right, Martin. Well, if you're here for it, I appreciate it. Because, yeah, like I said, it's not NASCAR related. It's a little bit different. So I could totally understand if you guys don't want to join or don't plan on joining, because it is different. But, yeah, the first game that day, I think, is at 3 p.m. So it's the opening match. I'll watch that. Then we'll have a break because the second match is at 10 p.m. So, yeah, we'll be able to talk about the first match and then kind of set the stage for the second one and then the subsequent ones after that, which then the United States plays on Friday. So I know we had a Brazilian in the chat and then an Australian. Actually, isn't Australia... I'm pretty sure Australia is in the US's group, right? Let me see. Oh, no, my phone's at 1%. Well, let's see if it'll load. If it doesn't, that's fine. Got the official World Cup app. I'm pretty sure... Oh, yeah, this thing is going to die. I collect Legos worse than I collect Diecast, don't worry. So I have a lot of Star Wars Legos from when I was younger. And yeah, Australia is in the US's group. So it's US, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. So I don't know who the first US match is, but yes, I have a ton of Star Wars Legos. I don't have too many other I have a few non-Star Wars sets, but yes, I have way more die-cast than I do of Lego, but I love building Legos, so should be fun. I'm looking forward to it next Thursday, so Monday will be our last NASCAR stream for at least 2. I'm not sure how long it'll take me to build this World Cup trophy, but maybe we could get it done on 1 stream. Maybe it'll take 2. But yeah, we'll definitely try and finish this Kyle car on Monday night. So hopefully you guys enjoy the racing this weekend. We have Michigan for trucks, Michigan for Cup, and then Gateway for IndyCar. This car we will look to finish up on Monday. I think I'm going to clear this one, I don't know, maybe over the weekend or next week sometime. So, oh yeah, shout out to LE Race Art one final time before we go here. This thing looks awesome. He did a great job with it. I wish he was here to see it, but if you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. LE Race Art does a really good job. So yeah, he made this whole thing for me. Oh yeah, and ARCA at Michigan too. That's right. I forgot to talk about it, Voids, but yes, ARCA is also at Michigan. So, again, shout out to Ellie Race Art. He did a great job with this. I wish he was here to see it, but I'll send a picture to him or something. So, yes. Yeah, go check out his channel. I don't even know how to link it in. Let me see if I can. Well, I don't know. It's Ellie Race Art. If you search it on YouTube, you should be able to find it. He does really good artwork. And let's see, L-E Race. Let's see. Race Art. Yep, it's right there. So if you just type in L-E Race Art, here, we'll just do this. Screen capture. Right there. Here, will hide me. Yeah, so that's his channel right there. So if you guys want to go check him out, he does really good work, and he drew, well, I don't know. Oh yeah, there it is. So he has his whole, he had a bunch of videos of him drawing that. So, all right, cool. We're gonna call it here. Go check out his channel. Kid does great work, and we will see you guys on Monday for the completion of this car, and then Thursday for the World Cup trophy Lego build. So thank you guys for all joining. Thank you for being in the chat. It was a great time that I had with you guys tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you haven't, go check out Robots. It's a pretty funny movie from the mid-2000s. Not DreamWorks Studios, Blue Sky, with in conjunction with 20th Century Fox. So thank you guys for all being here. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.